Hey everybody, welcome to another art adventure where I travel around and paint new and interesting places. I'm Chris, and today we're trying out acrylic gouache. It's a really unique and honestly kind of weird medium. So let's set up and talk about it. Alright, I gotta be honest, I actually painted this about a year ago. I didn't post it sooner because the footage was kind of rough. It was underexposed, some was out of focus, and I was still just figuring out color grading. I didn't really know my camera very well. But I managed to save most of it, and I'm glad I held on to it. So if you are watching, thank you very much. This was only my second time using acrylic gouache, and it is a challenge, let me tell you what. It feels like watercolor, but it also feels like acrylic. It's just so bizarre. You have to act fast and be very intentional with all your brush strokes, and you really have to just figure out the right water to paint ratio. I found this park somewhere in eastern Connecticut, and it used to be an old hunting range or a shooting range, I think, but they converted it to like this beautiful, massive park, and I was driving down this wicked long dirt road and pulled off to the side somewhere because I saw this beautiful bright yellow fence and these telephone poles were sitting off into this field, and I just thought it was a great composition, so I really wanted to paint it. Also, I can sit in the back of my car, which is nice.
You know what's easier than acrylic gouache? Hitting the like or subscribe button. I promise, it's a lot easier.
Oh hey doggies, this is by far the best part of the video. We got a pack of dogs. I wish I captured my face on camera when I looked up to see a pack of dogs just kind of come out of the woods like that. It was so funny, but they were so cute. Anyway, so I chose acrylic gouache because it lets you build layers, and the scene had a lot. There were bushes, a gate, poles, trees, clouds, everything. So I went in with a more illustrative style, but I kept wanting to treat it like watercolor, where you start light to dark, and it doesn't totally work with this kind of paint. It's not watercolors, and it's not gouache, and it's not acrylics. It's just that middle ground of all of them. You can get the soft watercolor effects, but you also need to think like an acrylic painter where you can work with opaque layers. I feel like I struggle with color theory in general, especially greens, and mixing with this paint felt pretty different from acrylic. I found myself relying too much on adding white, which just dulls and mutes the colors overall. But I kind of blame myself because I didn't swatch the colors beforehand, which was a mistake. So maybe test your colors a little more than I did if you do this. Getting the balance of water, pigment, and the timing is extremely hard in watercolors, and it's extremely hard when you're painting on location. So it's even harder when you're trying to think of it as a watercolor medium, but also as an acrylic medium. So it's just a lot of balance. It's not an impossible medium at all. It's extremely fun to use, but it is hard. It's tricky to think of it as watercolors and kind of like acrylic. It's that weird middle ground, and you really have to figure out how that paint moves and how it works. So it just takes a lot of practice and a lot of fooling around with it. But the best way to learn a new medium is to just get out there and try it. Here's how it turned out. Some of the footage had to be skipped because out of focus, but I'd love to know what you think. Did I pull it off? But more importantly, have you ever used acrylic gouache? Did it give you a hard time, or did it click right away? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this, feel free to check out my other art adventures. But until next time, keep making art.